Hi, everybody. This is another episode of Tech Talk with Mansoor Ahmad, MSAcc. And if you didn't know, that's Masters of Science in Accountancy. I have with me Maria Tolkacheva. She works at CHI Software. She works as the VP of Business Developments. And I'm gonna, ask her a few questions about what she does, about herself, some recommendations, and I'll go ahead and turn it over to her. So, Maria, can you tell everyone about yourself and what you do?
Yes, sure. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for the invitation. I will tell you several words about myself. So, I'm 30 years too old. I have son. Before the war, I lived in Ukraine, in Kharkiv, and now I have relocated to Italy, and he lives here with my son. What I do, I am responsible for business development at my company. My main task, I'm responsible for searching for new clients, for new contracts, projects. So it's my main task.
Oh, okay. All right. It's good that she's a family person. So, Maria is a family person. So that's good. Can you tell us? I know you're more on the sourcing side for sales and obtaining new clientele. Could you maybe like dive into like the role of maybe a software development consultant? What does someone who works in software development consulting do? And maybe also you can go into like lead generation and what does someone who is responsible for business development do as well?
Mhm. Okay. Um, So actually, what software do? We provide software development. It means that we created mobile applications, we created web applications, different CRM systems. Absolutely different things. And actually, everyone face software everywhere. When you, I don't know, open your laptop, when you take your iPhone. So all these applications created actually by our companies, where if we're talking about where I generated the leads, for example, I traveled a lot. I attended different conferences. I communicated a lot with people also who working in my field, and not only with the people who are working in IT field, but also with the other business domains such as healthcare, insurtech, fintech. So I'm generating the leads, generating my contracts just via communication. The more I communicate, the more contracts I have. So yeah.
Oh, okay. So that's something I haven't been very successful at, like in my past accounting practice. What I would do would be like instead of me like going out and finding leads, I would just direct the leads to me through PPC. So like how do you guys do it? Do you use like both like ads, lead generation, or do you also like cold call and other things as well?
We are using LinkedIn. We are using marketing actually for these purposes. We don't work with cold calls. We actually have such practice, but I think it's not so effective now like it was before, because people, communicate too much, and they don't like just when somebody called them and started to suggest or propose something. Mainly it's Twitter, it's LinkedIn, and of course our website. I generated a lot of hot leads, and it's face-to-face meetings, references, and yes, the references actually it's one of the main channels how we get new clients, because the reputation is the most important thing for us. And when our existing client can advise us to his friend, or I don't know, to his colleague, and new lead come to us, he already knows that we managed to deliver successful product on the market. So we have already trustworthy reputation, and I can highlight three main channels. It's references, when people who already worked with us advise us. The second, it's LinkedIn marketing. And the third one, it's references. Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say like the references and word of mouth referrals are probably the best ones.
Yeah.
Because those people already understand like your work and your worth, and they trust you a lot more than just someone you have to like convert like all of a sudden. And they probably fit your structure and your culture, just like your existing clientele that referred them in the first place. So that's always the best when you get like free leads.
Yes, yes, definitely. And what is also important, that if a client come to us on reference basis, in such case we close the contract pretty fast, actually, within, let's say, a month. So he's ready to work with us. But if we have some lead, let's say, from conference, just beginning of communication, we look at each other, see if we suit. So usually it will take several months. So it's also important.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for pointing that out. That's very helpful. You know, especially when you have to start from scratch.
Yeah.
So now I want to go into the next question. How did you start and get your foot in the door in the beginning? What did you do? Like it probably like I'm not sure where you began. So please tell us.
Well, after the maternity leave, I was looking for a job, and I found announcement that there was a need for assistant for one of IT companies. So at that moment, I didn't understand what is IT. I just need to work. So I came, I passed successfully the interview. It just, was the checking of my soft skill. If I suit the team, how I will work with the rest of the guys who already working at that company. So my first tasks was, assisting with organizing the meetings, some preparing meeting notes, and preparing business trips. So it was just some operational work. But then my boss, in a month or two, suggested me to try myself as a sales manager. At that moment, the company, for searching the projects, used Upwork. It was, and it is, such a freelance platform. And it was actually a great opportunity to start, because this platform is very easy to use. You just put some keywords, and some relevant projects or tasks appeared for you. And actually Upwork allowed me to study all the technologies, to understand better what is going around me, because at that moment it seemed to me that the team was speaking on some secret language. So many unknown words. So it was difficult to start. but I really had great opportunity, and my team and my boss, they helped me a lot. They explained me a lot of things, and when I didn't understand something, they always explain me and support me.
Yeah, I've noticed the same thing now. Coming from the business unit and working into like a full IT department, coming from a finance and accounting background. Sometimes I say things like, "Yeah, I made a, you can refer to this procedure," and then my boss is like, "Wait, policies and procedures? No, 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 stored procedure." so
Yeah.
so I'm like, what do I have to spell it out? you know, but yeah, that's great. Thank you for sharing that about yourself. Can you tell us like what do you recommend for someone who wants to get involved in the same role or position?
Well, yes, I have some recommendations. So first of all, you should be stress resistant, because not always everything goes smoothly. And I think that one of the important things is to be easygoing, always, calm, and not to stress too much. The second, maybe, what I would tell, it's you should be ready to work 24/7, because sales managers, business development executives, they should be in touch. They should be always online. We work with different time zones, with the United States, with Europe. You always need to be online. So, and you should communicate and respond to your client immediately. As soon as you get a mail, you have to respond it. The quicker you are, the better you are, actually.
And I appreciate you coming on at 8 a.m. in Italy, so that like I can like not be up in the middle of the night, at another time. So I can see that you are very like punctual and timely and very yeah, very flexible. So yeah, I think that's very important. What I would say to my listeners is yeah, stress resistance is very important. When I was in my first semester of my master's program while working full time, I was going to be on academic probation that first semester. After the semester would be over, I would be on academic probation. That would be because I got one C in one of my classes and a B in the other. Coming into the finals week, I was like, "There's no way I'm going to get a B now and not be on academic probation." And I remember being in bed that one night. I was thinking about it, like, why did I come into a master's program if I can't even pass a class? And I was saying, like, like this is so. I was like very stressed out, but I stuck with it. I committed, and then I still got my degree. It's just like a self accomplishment. For my own goal. So I think for people that like either work in some sort of executive role or maybe just people that have a lot of things to do, in their life. Stress resistance is important in any circumstance, and I think you can like even build it at some putting yourself in like water without being able to swim, and just little times like that. But yeah, I would like to go into the next question. I think we already went into it. I kind of took a little part of it. What is your best advice for someone starting out who works in software development? This is like a tip or trick, I would say. Like, what is the secret?
Okay, so the best advice maybe to study as much as possible, because everything is changing very quickly. Communicate as much as possible, because I think that if you're working in IT field here, you have you have to have actually soft skill, and you have to have hard skills, and it should be 50-50, because you can be amazing specialist actually, but if you don't know how communicate with other people, how explain them the problems, the issues you face during your work, it can be really an issue. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say like communication is very key. So yeah, it took me a while. I couldn't communicate, myself in the beginning. But yeah, I think that's very important.
Yeah, and actually, previously when a lot of, not a lot of, but all the people, the specialists, they working in the office, let's say, yeah, and they have opportunity to talk face to face. I don't know, when you just drink a coffee at the kitchen, something like that. You had offline meetings when everybody was sitting around the table. Everything was much more easier. But then, because of COVID, yeah, everybody went online. And then when we switched to Zoom, to Teams, to different applications, we had to study how to work in a new way. And this was actually a trick, and it gave us the opportunity to work from, I don't know, any place from all over the world. But at the same time, we missed a lot of personal communication, a lot of things which you can, discuss offline,
In
and it
person,
was much more effective actually. Yeah.
there's in-person communication lacking.
Yeah.
And yeah, I would say there has been a disconnect,
Yeah. In
Yeah.
something.
So I guess I'll go into the next question, which is a little unrelated, but how often does the technology change in software development? And how often do you have to learn new tools and capabilities?
The technologies changes every time, constantly. New coming, and if you want to be if you want to be, let's say, updated, yeah, and if you want to be in stream, you have to study constantly. I find out a lot of things every day, especially when I attended some conferences. A lot of companies coming with new technologies, NFC, I don't know, different stuff appearing, and it's actually great, because when you get back home, you have opportunity to read about it. For example, our company, we always have some tech talks several times per month. So our CTO, he chooses some relevant topics regarding security, I don't know, regarding some new tool, whatever. And I like it much, actually. It's very useful, and it allows you to develop yourself, actually.
Yeah, they say like, if you have a slow period at work, which we do have sometimes,
Yeah.
don't just sit there and then look at your phone, like start reading about technology. Like for me, I'm a database guy, so that means Power BI, SSRS, Click. I mean, there used to be MCSA for SQL Server, but like they took it away. Now it's all Azure or Amazon Web Services. So so read about that. It's free. All of those websites, like Microsoft, like Amazon's training website, Click's training website. It's all free except for the certification. So that's very good. Sometimes it's hard because once you get home, like you really don't want to read anything. But
Yeah. Again, yeah, absolutely. But again, for example, engineers, yeah, I see how passionate they are to study and to try new technologies, some new frameworks, some new solutions, and they always want to work with the most modern things. So they are constantly in the process of studying something new.
Yeah, I want to work with new things too, but they just make me be their T-SQL guy because the IT background people that don't have like I work in financial services, they don't have servicing in financial services experience. They don't understand like loans, but I do. So I do the queries, but then like I don't understand the IT like really complicated things like loops and cursors. So yeah, I still have to learn. That'll bring me into my next question. What does your company particularly provide that like separates it from the rest of the industry? And can you go over more about like what you guys are working on right now?
So we provide software development and consulting. And what we work on now, it's actually, we have a lot of projects in this development now. We have more than 50. And it's actually absolutely different applications, websites. So one of our like biggest project, it's social media. It will be some kind of event calendar, like combination between Instagram, calendar from your phone, and Twitter. So really cool idea. When you click, for example, on some date, you will see all your events that surrounded you. You will have opportunity to click on this event to see what people will attend it. You will see their contacts. You will be able to communicate with them. You can, I don't know, sit at the table and communicate with the person who is sitting, I don't know, in near the table. So actually, great projects. A lot of them under NDA, but we are excited actually to work on them. Unfortunately, I can share a lot of details of them because they are still not on the market. But I hope to see them shortly.
Yeah, I'm sure it's a little confidential at some points, but no, that probably I understand now. You guys probably work on a lot of like things that take a lot of talent to create. Especially with like mobile app development and like especially like Apple software or Android system software.
Yeah.
So no, that's very interesting to me. I told you guys this would be a very good episode. So yeah, did I say that? No, it's going to be a very good episode. I would say she shared, Maria shared a lot about herself, her company, what she does, and some, educational topics. I think we can close out for the night. So Maria, like, I wanted to thank you for coming on. And this has been an episode of Tech Talk with Mansoor Ahmad, MSAcc. And I'm going to wish all of you a good night.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.